Do you ever see something you haven't seen since your childhood? Hear that song from 2016? Or smell that scent you haven't smelt since the last time you were happy? You then get that weird feeling in your stomach, head, whatever. Then you, my friend, are suffering from the pressing force of nostalgia. Nostalgia is defined as people's reflection on their cherished memories. If you were born between 1995 and 2007, chances are you're craving it a lot recently. You're probably seeing videos online like this. With that same song playing. You find that old games console, listen to that old song, and suddenly you just feel weird. But why? Well, there's 5 key reasons that I could find, so let's start with number 1. We're getting old. Millennials are now in their 30s and 40s, and Gen Z are just starting to enter adulthood. And you know, with all that comes discovering adult stress. If you haven't experienced that, like, honestly, I'm happy for you, but it's coming. Now, with that adult stress and the realization that, well, this is life now, leaves us dreaming about the good old days. I really sound old talking like that. This is not good. Back when things were just better, before we realized what we had, before it was all gone. Something as simple as listening to that song, watching that show, playing that old game, watching that movie can be comforting. As for that brief moment, you feel like once again you're back in that moment. But next up, we aren't just feeling nostalgic for no reason. Brands are forcing it on us and ultimately capitalizing from it. They wouldn't do that, surely. Now tell me the last time you went to the cinema and didn't see an advertisement for a sequel, reboot, or remake. Like this. You get the point. 2, even on your streaming services with stuff like this. You see what I mean? I mean, let's be honest for a second, they're never as good as the originals. I mean, personally, I blame the live-action Lion King remake for all of this. That film making over $1 billion really shows that we yearn for the past. Look at me talking like Shakespeare, who do I think I am? But it's not just the media profiting from this sudden surge in nostalgia. Brands are also being revived by it. Tamagotchis are back. Furbies are back. I don't know why those things always kind of scared me as a kid. Even Polaroids have seen a massive resurgence recently. Retro fashion has been brought back into, well, fashion, with a lot of people calling it Y2K core. Trends such as baggy jeans and chunky sneakers, and even tramp stamps. I don't know if that's like the PC terminology for it, and I don't care either. They look cool though. Making a massive resurgence and basically becoming the norm now, as long as we make sure that we never bring skinny jeans back into fashion. God, what a time. Oh hey, I'm just editing this, and I completely forgot to say something, so I'm just going to say it now. Ready? All right, let me just get into character. The world at the moment is very scary. So let's go ahead and list off some of the things that we've been through over the past few years. Economic uncertainty. Uncertainty. Are you ever going to be able to buy a house? Are you ever going to be able to retire? Can you afford the traditional lives that your parents and previous generations lived? Well, no, I can't. AI is becoming more of the norm and potentially coming for millions of our jobs. Climate anxiety. As you can see, it's boiling in here. I'm pretty sure global warming is it's working. To put it straight to you, the world is dying. Everything's on fire, including this bedroom apparently. My God. Whew. Every week a different nation is at war with one another. It seems almost as if we are threatened with nuclear attacks daily at this point. And the biggest one of them all, we lived through a pandemic. Do you remember that? Have you suppressed that enough? Yeah, we all had different experiences with it, but ultimately all of us lost a year of our lives to it. For a lot of you watching this video right now, it's likely that some of those years were key years for you. I myself was 21 when it started.
21? You stupid.
Yeah, so I missed that year. Forever chasing it. In some way, it has an everlasting effect on all of us, but I think it's just early stages now and we still can't really see that yet. When the world becomes too overwhelming, we often turn back to our comforts. For me personally, during lockdown, bear with me on this, please, I, for some reason, watched both live-action Scooby-Doo movies a multitude of times. I even made a theory video on the first film for, some reason. Yeah, you can watch after this if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it though. But why these movies? Because I loved them as a kid. I mean, I saw the second one at the cinema. That's how old I am. But other than that, they're just silly, fun movies that don't take themselves too seriously. The world at the time, and still is to be honest with you, was a horrible, dark place filled with pain and suffering. Video is a real downer, isn't it? Hey, give it a like though. Cheers. So yeah, maybe I just want to escape. by watching a talking dog solve mysteries. So what? Because, you know, for those 90 minutes, everything is okay, and the outdoor world just can't affect you. Which brings me on to my next point. The dopamine hit. Nostalgia is psychologically proven to boost your mood and increase social connectedness. Looking back at old memories, you know, like I said, smelling that smell, listening to that song, watching that movie, or tasting that food you haven't had since you were a child, ultimately triggers comforting brain chemistry, which essentially involves the interplay of several neurotransmitters and hormones. Me being all big wordy, I'm so smart. Ultimately leading to a promotion of feelings of relaxation, well-being, and happiness. Now for the final part of this video, and you know I have to bring it up.
That's what she said.
Social media. Remember way back at the beginning of this video when I mentioned these sort of clips? Well, it seems like apps like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube have a real sort of knack for reviving previous trends. To name a few, 90s/early 2000s cartoons, VHS filters, like I previously mentioned, Y2K fashion, and more than ever, early 2000s music, with compilations covering pretty much every basis of millennial and Gen Z nostalgia. Whether it's a slideshow of what Christmas looked like for those of us growing up in the early 2000s, clips of classic games such as Modern Warfare 2 and Halo with some kind of Linkin Park song in the background, to people reminding us of obscure objects or food and drink that we had forgotten about until now. Personally, this picture here sent me into a coma. Bring them back. Please. That sharp dopamine hit of being reminded of something that once brought us joy, but until now had ultimately been forgotten, is a feeling that leaves you desiring its replication. Hence the overconsumption of this content, and then ultimately your platform of choice tweaking its algorithm to show you more and more until you lose interest. Then a few more years down the line, the process starts again. In conclusion, nostalgia is a comfort. Comfort is something you need. Embrace it, but don't live in the past. You have more memories to make. Right, well, that brings us to the end of the video, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been harrisonay, and I will see you when I see you.